Agency and City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Mora?
Here.
Councilmember Martin?
Here.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Zamora is here, and Mayor Rounds.
Here. Thank you.
Members of the Public Financing Authority and Water Utility Authority receive $150 for their attendance at these meetings.
Public comments are now open. The public may address the City Council on closed session items only. For those that are here to make a public comment, you will have an opportunity, I don't have my glasses on. Once the city clerk announces your names, you will have 3 minutes to speak. City clerk, do we have any members of the public that wish to speak?
No speakers today, Mayor.
I will now close public comments, closed session. I'd like to call upon the Deputy City Attorney to read the closed session item.
Which will be Fernando.
Fernando, please.
In the absence of the Deputy City Attorney, I will go ahead and read the closed session language. It is conference with legal counsel pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1, existing litigation, People of the State of California versus Purdue Pharma, LP, et al., case number 19-STCV19045.
Thank you. We'll now recess to closed session. We'll reconvene the meetings after the closed session discussion to hear a report from the city attorney and to continue with the rest of the meeting. Good evening, everyone. If you're wondering why we're all up here in Hawaiian attire, I had asked last meeting at the end of summer to celebrate the end of summer going into the fall, and we would do it with our last day of casual dress for this year and do it aloha style. So that's why we're up here. Cheerful event. We will now I will like to reconvene the meeting. City Attorney, are there any closed session items to report?
Yes, Mayor. The City Council met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1, existing litigation. People versus the State of California versus Purdue Pharma LP, case number 19 STCV 19045. Council direction was given to enter into a settlement agreement, and no other reportable action was taken.
Thank you for that. Now I'd like to call upon Councilmember Martin to lead us in the invocation.
Please stand. Please stand. Please bow your head. Our Heavenly Father, we give thanks tonight for the privilege of meeting together to deliberate on matters affecting our city. We ask for your guidance in our efforts to work for the betterment of our community. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. Please remain standing. At this time, I'd like to invite Ava, Paisley, Colton, and Riley up to the front here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, go ahead.
Everyone put your hand right over your heart, ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, would you all like to state your name, the school you go to, how old you are, and what your favorite hobby is?
My name is Jared. I'm 12 years old. I go to Santa Cruz Christian. Hello, everyone. My name is Paisley Carey. I go to Santa Cruz Christian School. I'm 12 years old, and my favorite hobby is volleyball. Hello, my name is Riley Carey. I'm 9 years old. I go to Santa Cruz Christian School, and my favorite hobby is fishing. Hi, everyone. I'm Colton Perry, and I go to Santa Fe Christian School. I'm 9 years old. My favorite hobby is baseball.
Wait. So if you don't know, these are 4 of my 9 grandchildren. Twins. My daughter has, and son-in-law have twins and twins. We're very blessed. And the best thing is they live 3 doors from us. So I'd like to get a picture. Can somebody,
You want us out? Want us out? Yeah, hold on, ready? Oh, we're gonna pitch.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
and as you can tell, Papa's very proud. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce the following members of the Chamber of Commerce. With us, we have John Wilson, the Chamber CEO, and Brendan Rao, representing PIH Health. And we also are honored tonight to have the Superintendent of the Little Lake School District, Jonathan Vasquez, in the audience tonight. Thank you for all attending. At this time, presentations, Walk to School Day proclamation. I'd like to call upon Public Information Officer Raylene Baraz.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council. It is my honor this evening to recognize a very special event that brings together students, families, schools, and our community, Walk to School Day. Each year, on the first Wednesday in October, communities across the nation come together to encourage safe, active, and healthy lifestyles. Here in Santa Fe Springs, we are excited to continue this tradition on Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. This day is more than just a walk to school. It's about creating healthier habits, promoting safety, and building a stronger sense of community. Walking or biking helps our children start the day energized and focused, while also teaching important lessons about responsibility, traffic safety, and the environment. This year, 6 of our local schools will take part: Jersey Elementary, Lakeview Elementary, Rancho Santa Gertrudis Elementary, Santa Fe Springs Christian School, Crescent Elementary, and Lakeland Elementary. I want to thank all of the students, teachers, parents, and community partners who helped make this event such a success. Your partnership truly shows the power of community working together. So tonight, on behalf of the City Council, I am proud to proclaim October 1st, 2025 as Walk to School Day in the City of Santa Fe Springs. At this time, I would like to invite the Little Lake City School District Superintendent, Mr. Jonathan Vasquez, up to the dais to accept the proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. No, thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Here you go, sir. Thank you, Jonathan. Next, I'd like to invite Raylene back up to the podium for the Best of Santa Fe Springs. Go. You're good.
Tonight, we are incredibly proud to recognize Coach Anthony Romero from Santa Fe High School as the Best of SFS for his achievements in boys wrestling, girls wrestling, and girls flag football. We are proud to applaud his leadership, dedication, and passion that have built a true legacy across these sports programs. His commitment to excellence has not only elevated his athletes, but has also made history for Santa Fe and the community of Santa Fe Springs. In boys wrestling, his athletes have achieved remarkable success. A four-peat as Del Rio League champions, going undefeated 16-0, 4 consecutive CIF dual team qualifications, a back-to-back CIF dual team finals appearances in 2024 and 2025. His teams also secured 2 top 10 CIF individual team point finishes, with 7 CIF placers, 8 Masters qualifiers, and even a California State qualifier in 2024. On the girls wrestling side, the achievements are just as impressive. A three-peat as Del Rio League champions with a perfect 12-0 record, and a historic 13 individual league champions in 2025. Under his guidance, the program has become a powerhouse with 3 straight CIF dual team qualifications, advancing to the quarterfinals and semifinals for the first time in Santa Fe's history. His athletes brought home a CIF individual championship in 2024, 2 runner-up finishes in 2025, and a top 10 CIF team finish, and a 10 Masters qualifiers. And if that wasn't enough, Coach Romero has also been instrumental in building the brand new girls flag football program. In 2025, the team celebrated its first ever JV and varsity wins, went on a historic 6-game winning streak, and even set a record with a 55-point victory. These achievements are more than just numbers. They represent countless hours of hard work, discipline, and belief. They reflect a coach who not only teaches skills, but instills confidence, resilience, and a winning spirit. Coach Romero, on behalf of the school, the athletes, and the entire community, congratulations on being recognized as the Best of SFS. Please come up to the dais to accept the certificate of recognition from the mayor and the city council.
Great resume, great resume. On behalf of the City of Santa Fe Springs and the City Council, I'd like to present this certificate of recognition for the celebrating exceptional leadership in Santa Fe Springs. Anthony Romo, signed by all 5 council members. Mayor. And a little bit of swag.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we have Heritage Arts Advisory Committee Annual Report on Projects and Accomplishments. I'd like to call upon Heritage Arts Chairperson Gabriel Jimenez.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of City Council, and community members. My name is Gabriel Jimenez. I have the privilege of serving as a chairperson for the Heritage Arts Advisory Committee. I have one of my members here, Isabel Cervantes. She's one of the members of the Heritage Arts Advisory. So tonight, I'm pleased to present highlights of this year's committee's work and recommendations to City Council. We have been actively engaged in the following projects. Approved $150,000 for the complete restoration of the Weezer fire truck, which is anticipated to be completed next month.
All right.
It's complete? Great job, thank you. Can't wait to see it.
And wasn't it 300,000, right?
It was $150,000.
Oh, I thought they did 3, but either way.
No, they asked for, we were gonna give 75, they asked for 150, and then we wanted to give the full 150 for the project. And it's a beautiful truck. I think it's a 1959 Weezer, correct? Yeah. We also reviewed and recommended approval of art designs and installations for Dave's Hot Chicken and Raising Cane's. Approved $190,000 for Phase 2 of the Aquatic Center art installations. Allocated $200,000 to assist with new AV equipment for Town Center Hall, the library, and Gus Velasco Neighborhood Center. This investment will enhance digital art displays and further promote the Heritage Arts and Public Places program. We also provided recommendations that contributed to the success of this year's 2025 Art Fest, held on April 26th. This was the first year the event was entirely staff-driven without the assistance of an art consultant. So that was a great job, great impact, and saved us some money. The event continues to grow in participation and feature new elements such as the inaugural drone show, which was very exciting and it was a hit. Hopefully some of the community here seen that show and attended the Art Fest. We approved $200,000 for the 2026 Rose Float entry, which included rendering, review, and recommended revisions for City Council approval. And for the community who doesn't know, that those funds are coming from the Heritage Arts. I know there's been some feedback thinking if it's coming from their tax dollars or the community's tax dollars, which it's not. So just wanted to make that clear. Recommended City Council approval for 30 art education grants totaling about $67,000, supporting additional resources for student art programs. We collaborated with City Council on efforts to replace the Santa Fe Springs Oranges mural on the boxcar at Heritage Park, excuse me. This included hosting a mural contest and commissioning a professional artist to finalize the new design, which is expected to be installed in the coming months. And the new mural that's going to be on the boxcar is also going to be on the Rose Parade train, correct?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to look beautiful. Identified and requested restoration for several public art pieces, including the Wicker Parlor, Oil Field Workers, Grandpa's Little Slugger, and wonderland in all of us. This effort also includes replacement of several plaques in collaboration with Public Works Department on repairs and restoration to the Snake Basket Fountain, which had not been functional in years. And it sounds beautiful, that fountain. If you go by there and hear the water going, it's really calming. We're looking ahead. The committee is working with staff to develop a comprehensive public art assessment schedule to guide future maintenance and restoration efforts. And we are excited to continue supporting the growth and preservation of public art in our community. This concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Is there any questions?
Gabriel, I don't have any questions, but I just want to thank you and Isabel and all the members of that committee, because as you can tell, this isn't a committee that just sits and listens to people talk and doesn't do anything. These, just what they said, that's, each year they do all this. So it's amazing, and I'm glad you brought up the fact about the Rose Parade float, that the money collected that goes into the art fund is from the business community. When they open a new business, there's a percentage that goes into it. It's not general fund money. It's not your taxpayers' money going into that. And what it does, I know we've had these floats before, it brings the whole community together. I'm sure that they're already setting up times and dates for everybody to come out and join and help decorate the float and be part of it. So thank you for everything you guys do on that committee.
Thank you to City Council. If it wasn't for all of you up there, we wouldn't be able to do this and make it happen. Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Thank you.
That's it.
I got one question. I know that there was the renderings from professional artists for the boxcar with a few modifications. Did he already work on those? Do you have that, or when that will be available?
No, on our next meeting, we'll know. I think we went dark one month, so we haven't got that yet.
Okay. No, thank you. I really appreciate everything the committee does. You guys are really active. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be sure that they do make those changes because it came from the top. So it's going to have to happen. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Thank you. Next, Mr. Bobadilla, do we have any changes to the agenda?
We have no changes, Mayor.
No changes. Public comments are now open. The public may address the city council on any non-public hearing item on the agenda or on any other matter within the council's jurisdiction. You will have an opportunity to speak for 3 minutes once the city clerk announces your name. City clerk, do we have any members of the public that wish to speak today?
Yes, Mayor, we have a few. First, I'd like to call upon John Wilson.
Good evening, Mayor Rounds, Mayor Pro Tem Zamora, and council members Martin, Rodriguez, and Mora. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight on behalf of the Santa Fe Springs Chamber of Commerce. Being new to this position, I think it's important for me to share with you in this city what we are doing, and I plan on doing so regularly. Our chamber has been actively engaged in initiatives to strengthen our business community and deepen our civic partnership. Legislatively, we participated in the State of the Nation luncheon on July 31st, hosted in collaboration with 10 regional chambers. Congressman Linda Sanchez addressed key legislative priorities and reaffirmed her commitment to supporting Santa Fe Springs through federal resources. On August 14th, I was nominated as the new vice chair for the Gateway Chamber Alliance. That night, the same group brought together a panel of influential speakers, including California State Senator Bob Archuleta, California Assemblymember Blanca Pacheco, California Assemblymember Jose Luis Solacha, and Los Angeles County Assessor Jeffrey Prang. Then the Santa Fe Springs Chamber of Commerce, in participation with the City of Santa Fe Springs, hosted its new member welcome on the morning of August 27th, in these chambers for the first time. Chamber staff shared the many benefits of membership, while City Manager Renee Bobadilla offered words, Bobadilla,
Bobadilla.
I knew I got it wrong the minute I said it. Offered words of encouragement and support for local business. Several city managers were in attendance, along with chamber board members and ambassadors. We greeted 9 new businesses and highlighted the resources available to help them succeed. The event served as both an introduction to the chamber and community, and offered the community a warm welcome to the city's strong business network. Let me just quickly go over the last few items that we've completed. Our Chamber Youth Enrichment Fund held its first launch for the Santa Fe Springs High School year. We hosted a public speaking workshop entitled Speak with Confidence, Elevate the Art of Public Speaking, with a renowned TED speaker and best-selling author. And then lastly, our upcoming annual expo is tomorrow, and we're excited. That's from 3 to 6. We encourage all the cities, residents and businesses to attend. We'll have over 90 businesses there, and we hope you come and enjoy it. Thank you very much for the time to speak with you today.
Thank you, John.
Next, I'd like to call upon Lee Squire.
Lee Squire, Vietnam era veteran, civil rights advocate, American Legion for God and Country. Mayor and City Council, assassination of Charlie Kirk, husband, father, patriot. First, I've requested that Downey High School have requested it to be the next chapter of Turning Point USA. It will be supported by members of the American Legion for God and Country, for we are the ones who live that life of defending that Constitution. Second, Charlie Kirk was literally assassinated when exercising First Amendment freedoms in the U.S. Constitution. He was shot in the neck as the symbol to silence free speech. Charlie Kirk assassination more closely ties to that of the assassination of Robert Kennedy, who also was shot in Los Angeles exercising First Amendment freedoms, not MLK. Both were exercising First Amendment freedoms by Charlie was a direct attack upon the honor of 2 symbols as to the blood we veterans shed defending those freedoms, the American flag and the Purple Heart Medal. This will not go unchallenged. Finally, in the city of Downey, Mario Trujillo celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk. He has no idea what he's done, but he has unleashed a civil rights advocate he has earned. Also, in closing, it is the military, law enforcement, and the firefighters who put our lives in the support of the oaths that we take. God bless America, God bless Israel, God bless my military, God bless law enforcement. I'm asking that each of you go on the internet and listen to the song from the late 1960s, Abraham, Martin, and John. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Next, I'd like to call upon Araceli Mead.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Sorry, I'm so short. Okay, so tonight I'm here as a citizen of Santa Fe Springs, born and raised, and have as a former employee as well. I'm here tonight to continue asking that the City Council put into law ordinances where we are not using our city funding or contract with Whittier PD to support ICE or any federal agencies that are coming to abduct undocumented community members. This is something that has continued to happen throughout the summer, and not just in LA County, but now throughout the country. It is definitely something that your community members and that are very concerned about. That petition is still going, where we're almost at 600 signatures. So those are almost 600 voices that are asking for these ordinances to come through. What that means is that, again, I'm asking that the council put into law no city funds, staff time, or public property can be used for immigration enforcement activities, no access for ICE to any non-public areas of city buildings or facilities without a valid judicial warrant, no collection or sharing of personal data, including immigration status, to align with California Values Act protections, a requirement for the city to provide regular updates to the public on any immigration enforcement actions in our city, a city-led plan to educate our community on their rights in multiple languages, and ensure that city employees are trained on how to uphold this policy. As someone who also serves the public in my community, throughout my public programmings and in my career, this is something that is very important to a lot of people. I have had to reject family members and read different letters that they have received from federal government, that it is not a fun thing to do. It is something that no one asks to do for them, but people are trying to be in this country for all of the freedoms that the gentleman had talked about previously. My family came here in the 60s, and I am a longstanding resident because of that. You all know my father very well, know that he believes that Santa Fe Springs is one of the best cities in the world, he says. So this is very personal and very important. I speak to you today also on Mexican Independence Day. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. City Clerk, are there any other comments?
That concludes our speakers, Mayor.
Thank you. At this time, I'll close public comments and move on to the next item. Mr. Bobadilla, do we have any staff communications?
Yes, we do, Mayor. I'd like to call on Kylie Torres, our Community Services Manager.
Hello, good evening, Honorable Mayor, council members, and members of the community. We are so very excited to announce that we will once again be offering a Rose Float at the 2026 Tournament of Roses Parade presented by Honda. Up there today is actually the new rendering, which nobody has seen, but it does include the new mural from the boxcar that was put on there. I know it's very small, and it will be sent to you after the meeting so that you can see it on a larger scale. We're so very excited to also announce that we will be selling tickets for residents and community members to be transported to and from Santa Fe Springs to the Rose Parade the day of the event. Tickets are going to be going on sale for residents on October 20th and November 3rd for any non-resident community members. It's a convenient and memorable way to enjoy this world-famous New Year's Day celebration. So in addition, and I know you guys talked about it a little earlier, but we're very excited to have this volunteer opportunity to help decorate the float as we get closer to the parade. We have put this out online, and I am very excited to announce that as of today, we have over 430 signups for shifts for volunteer days. So we will be helping to transport people from Santa Fe Springs to Irwindale to the float decorating site and back. We're very excited, and if you're interested in volunteering for this, please go to www.santafesprings.gov/rosefloat, and you can sign up for shifts. So we hope that you'll join us in celebrating the new year and showing your Santa Fe Springs pride at the 2026 Tournament of Roses Parade. Thank you.
And Kylie, we are going to be making tickets available for the other events that are tied to the Rose Parade as well.
We will have some other tickets available to the Rose Bowl, which I know is very exciting for some people, and Float Fest, where all of the floats are displayed after the event for several days after. So we will be having those as well. Thank you. And then
I have a quick question. So I know as a group, the Santa Fe High School band had asked, how, it's a big group, so how can they volunteer for one of those days or two of those days? And I think even the Pepsters, the cheerleaders, other groups have asked if they can, but it's a lot of people, so I don't know how you guys, if there's any potential in helping out.
There is an age requirement.
There is an age requirement. They have to be 13 years and older.
Right, so they're okay.
Well, they will be.
They're okay.
Yeah.
The school and see how we can coordinate.
Yeah, because I know Mr. Dawson said, if you guys can give him a call, and I'll give you guys that phone number.
Well, there's
too.
plenty to do, and
I know.
it gets super busy towards the end, so we could use the help.
And it's just great to see our kids, wanting to be a part of this, and, it's just so they can see the history, and hopefully they get more involved in and our city government too.
There is just so much excitement around this from the community, I have to tell you. Anytime we post this, it's like we're inundated with emails, so that's a really good problem to have. But I'm also standing up here today, excuse me, because I'm proud to announce that the City of Santa Fe Springs has officially launched its court-ordered volunteer program. We officially began receiving volunteers this October 4th, and it provides individuals with opportunity to fill their mandated service requirements while giving back to the community in meaningful, positive ways. Volunteers must be 18 years and older. They must have been required to complete service by the courts. And they're participating by doing park cleanups. We're going to be helping them help with the food pantry and clothing sorting, as well as other areas around the city, such as the community garden. Recently, program volunteers were out at Santa Fe Springs Park helping clean and do grubbing around the riverbed and the areas along that fence line. So you can see some before and after pictures there. And this is a program that's just already making a difference, and we look forward to expanding it in the future and to continue to have impact for both the participants that are a part of this program and as well as the Santa Fe Springs community. So thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to call up Gus Hernandez, our Parks and Recs Director.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. I'd like to invite our community tonight to be part of the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life event that's taking place right here in Santa Fe Springs over at Little Lake Park. Relay for Life is a day of remembrance, hope, and community. Together we'll celebrate survivors, honor loved ones who we've lost, and raise funds to fight against cancer. This year's event will take place on Saturday, September 27th, again over at Little Lake Park. We have a survivor brunch beginning at 10 a.m. We have entertainment all day. We have a kid zone, inflatables, food booths. We have over 30 teams signed up this year. We have a fireworks display that'll culminate the evening, and the survivor lap as well. This year marks the 40 years of impact of Relay for Life. We want to thank all of our committee that's been part of planning this wonderful event here in Santa Fe Springs, led by the efforts of the committee chair, Ms. Cindy Jarvis. Again, event is Saturday, September 27th over at Little Lake Park. We hope to see everybody there. Thank you.
And Mayor, I'd also like to call up Quan Nguyen, who's going to talk a little bit about some updates.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and the members of the City Council. On behalf of the Community Development Department, I'd like to extend a warm invitation to the entire City Council and members of the community to attend the upcoming Zoning Code Update Workshop. It'll be held on Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, at the Gus Velasco Neighborhood Center. It'll be at 3 p.m. At the workshop, our consultant, Lisa Wise consultant, will be presenting their initial assessment and also provide recommendations for consideration. The workshop will also include a breakout session to gather feedback from the community. We'll have light refreshments and also just hope to see you there. We made a conscious effort to have it at the Gus Velasco Neighborhood Center as well as at 3 p.m., hoping to target specifically the residents of Santa Fe Springs. Thank you. Hope to see you there.
Thank you, Quan. And one more update, Gus, if you can update us real quick on another event that we're having.
We have our first family bingo night taking place this Thursday, September 18th over at Town Center Hall. We're going to have bingo mixed with some education about our upcoming sales tax measure that'll be on the ballot on November 4th. That's Measure L. So we invite everybody to join us. It's a free event. We'll be providing education, bingo games, and prizes for the winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Gus.
That concludes our...
Of course.
Quan, we had our first workshop, and I would like to make a comment, and I know how much effort you guys put into it. And we try to get our residents involved because we do have residents that get involved. I was just so disappointed of how many people showed up, and you guys put such a big effort into it, and we want to get our residents involved, but just thank your staff. I mean, you guys had the whole town center, you guys, only like 3 or 4 people showed up. And it was just disappointing that our staff goes so much out of their way to make sure our residents have something to say, and I'd like to commend you guys. You guys did a really good job, everything, and just to see that only like 3 or 4 residents showed up, I apologize for our residents not showing up.
We might set up a table at bingo night.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could do
Pass out
that, we
some
might get more
information.
people.
Yeah, we
A
might get more
bingo
people.
table? Maybe some recommendations to that. I know when we were having some things happening around Los Llantos Park, I think you guys all remember, and we ended up having where we used the gymnasium, and we reached out to the community there. So maybe what you can do is go to those areas. Maybe we can ask the schools. I don't know if Jonathan's still here.
No, he
That's
left.
Eddie. So maybe we could ask the schools to borrow their NPR rooms and then bring it to the community themselves. So, because some of the individuals may not have vehicles, or things may be taking place and it makes it more difficult, so they can just walk there. Another thing too, if we can, maybe go live, record it. I know that, you're gonna have to do a great job on your speaking skills there, but you can handle it, and then just things like that, so we can put videos out.
It just sad because I saw, it was on social media, it was on everything possible that our city, our employees did to make sure it got out. And then to see only like 3 or 4 people, I felt bad for you guys. I mean, because I know how much effort you guys put into it. So please don't think that it didn't go unnoticed just because we had so little participation from our residents. It was a really good presentation, it was really good. We just got to see how we can get our residents out, and hopefully this one, we can have more residents out there. But we commend you, it was a really good workshop. It's just, we just got to get our residents out there, and that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Maybe we can just put it live on.
Yeah. Or you guys can do it from his office right there, live from Quang's
Yeah.
office, so he doesn't
And
have
we
to
can
go
send it,
anywhere.
But yeah, just let you know, it didn't go unnoticed. It was good. It just sad that we didn't have that many residents there, so.
Or provide food, right?
There
Provide.
was snacks. It was good.
I wanted to say that we should, all the committees that we have in our city, we should publicize it in the committees too, and let our committees know that we put a lot of effort and time into this, and we would like to see you at this workshop. That would be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're already gonna be.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Are we good, sir? All right. Next is a public hearing, item number 5, a resolution approving programs for funding under the city's CDBG agreement with Los Angeles County. I'd like to call upon Mr. Bobadilla.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is ordinance number 1162, and it's to amend sections 115.003, 155.383, definitions 155.384, and 155.519. As you recall, over the course of the last 13 years, we've added billboards through the I-5 corridor. We just recently added them in the 605 corridor. And as we're progressing to allow some of the billboards in those corridors, we've found that technology has changed, and we want to make sure that this ordinance encompasses the right definitions so that we can accommodate new technology where it's needed. So before you, we have some bullet points where we're adding a new definition of billboard digital static. This will allow for obviously digital displays versus static displays. We're allowing billboards in the public facility PF zones along the Interstate 605, and currently it's only allowed in manufacturing zones, so where there's opportunities to put them in there, we're going to take advantage of those. And we're changing the minimum distance from 1,000 feet, in some cases to 500 feet. And then again, we talk about the V-shaped billboards, and the changes along the 5 will also accompany this ordinance. So that's the information before you, Mayor, members of the council. If you have any questions, we have staff available.
I know that nowadays, when it comes to our billboards, it's just we have to make sure we capture the full amount. Where before monthly, I think, that when we first started with our billboards, we didn't capture what we were supposed to. I think we have one that was at 25,000, and then from there, they slowly progressed. So, whatever it takes for you guys to capture, I think there's possibilities of, getting what, over 200 and something thousand now for?
Yeah, and Mayor, members of the council, if I can clarify, I actually jumped the gun and I presented item 6, so just want to be clear that the item that's before you is item 6. And Mayor, if we can, we'll jump back to 5 after. Sorry.
Okay.
Good job, Paloma.
Okay.
I'll move on item 6.
Well, wait, I've got a, item 6, the ordinance amending sections of the Santa Fe Springs Municipal Code in relationship to billboards along the 605 Interstate Freeway. Mr. Bobadilla has already talked. I'd like to open the public hearing. Is there anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, public hearing is now closed. Now, discussion, or do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Motion and a second for item number 6. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Now we will go back to item number 5, a resolution approving programs for funding under the city's CDBG agreement with Los Angeles County. Mr. Bobadilla.
Thank you, Mayor. So this resolution is our annual allocation of $131,146. We are recommending that the funds be used for the Public Service Authority, which is our TEAM program, and also for the continuation of the Home Improvement Program, which allocates about 85% to the Home Improvement Program and 15% to TEAM. That's before you for consideration, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Real quick, Mr. Bobadilla, can you just explain, so not only the viewers here, but the viewers that are at home, explain why we only receive that amount? You know, I know, just so residents understand, due to our population and.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem. So for those of you who are not aware, the city of Santa Fe Springs is not an entitled city. So we do not get direct funding from the federal government, as most cities do. And that's due to our low population of less than 20,000. So we do not get those funds. So we get them through the County of Los Angeles. So the county allocates funds for city like that are smaller like ours. The allocations are very minimal. Cities that are kind of our area and size usually get $1 million to $2 to $3 million a year. In retrospect, we get $131,000. So we definitely have to be very smart and creative on how we use those funds to make sure that we put them in the census tracts that make sense for the benefit of our community.
That's why it's so important for us whenever we get a chance to keep local money here in the city of Santa Fe Springs. So any local tax measure helps
That's a
out the
perfect
city.
example of how monies get allocated. We're talking about a state lawsuit for pharma for opioids, and there's a settlement with the state of California and all participating cities, and we will receive an allocation, but that allocation, again, will be based on population, so we will receive very little.
Or like 30, 40,000?
Maybe at most, yes. So yes, it's very important to really look at keeping funds local and making sure that when we're approving measures that those funds stay here in Santa Fe Springs and not to the county or the state.
Totally agree with that. Thank you. If there's no other discussion, I'd like to open up the public hearing. Is there anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, public comments are now closed. I'd like to ask for a motion.
I'll move.
I second.
I have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered. Next, Public Financing Authority, Water Utility Authority, Housing Successor Agency, and City Council consent calendar. We have a total of 16 consent items, 7 through 22. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Next, we have appointments to boards, committees, and commissions. Councilmember Mora.
None tonight?
Councilmember Martin. Councilmember Rodriguez.
None tonight,
Mayor
thank
Pro
you.
Tem Zamora.
None tonight.
And I have none. Next, council comments, AB 1234, council conference reporting. Councilmember Mora.
I had an opportunity to sit in the Park and Rec Committee, the Christmas Float Subcommittee. It's alive and well. Christmas is right around the corner, and that committee is doing everything they can to make a bigger and better float as they do so every single year. As John mentioned, Business Expo tomorrow, where all the businesses in the city come together. And so encourage your friends and family to come and take a look, 3 to 6 tomorrow. Find out what businesses we have in Santa Fe Springs and how you can support them. Really for life, looking forward to this one. It's a great tribute to a lot of our people that have gone, our family members and friends have gone through this terrible disease have passed and also has survived it. So really for life on the 27th. Looking forward to that one. And happy birthday, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Councilmember Martin?
I don't know if I break it up in two, because I have, first of all, we all know it's your birthday today, and that's why we're dressed up in luau outfits. So on behalf of the city, we would like to sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
So are they ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mayor.
Bumpy.
Happy birthday to you.
I thought it
We'll let you blow that one.
Happy birthday. Thank you, everyone, and I'll make sure this is my cupcake.
And you make sure that we have.
And we have cupcakes in the back, please. You can either eat it here, take it home, have it with coffee, or whatever you want to consume tonight, so. But thank you for the birthday wishes.
Okay. I need to report out, actually, I'm going to be.
Drive home safely.
Yes.
I'm going to report out on 2 conferences. The first conference, if you want, I'll take it. Me and Joe Angel went to Gateway COG, and in Catalina, we went for the day. It was a good conference, but it's a little disappointing, knowing, like we said, because we don't have enough residents, do we get that much funding? But the other cities near the 710 freeway, the 710, the 405, they get so much funding compared to us. And it's so sad because we're all in need. We're all in need of this monies for our freeways, the 605, the 5, but because we are not in their demographics, we don't get all that money. And it's sad, and there's so many programs. I mean, I do want to commend James. You're actually one of the few people that actually went ahead and did the program for the water heater program. That's what they said, that very few people, there's so many programs with the Gateway COG, but you have to ask for them. You have to apply for them. And our city was actually one of the few of them that did apply for the water heaters, so thank you so much for that. There's other programs for the schools. I mean, he's not here anymore, but there's programs for self-sufficiency on energy and water conservation that a lot of cities don't even know about unless you ask, and they're so quiet about it. And we even found out that the Port of Los Angeles, as long as if you have an event that's a nonprofit event, and you just add their seal on there, minimum, they'll give you $10,000. Doesn't matter if you need them or not, but as long as you put the Port of LA for free, as long as it's on there, and they just want a canopy, they will give you a minimum of $10,000. So, I mean, that's stuff that we should be grabbing at. They have close to $1 million, so, you know, if anybody hears that, nonprofit, go for it. They really don't advertise it that much, but that's something we found out about it. And then, I think that's mostly it, huh? Oh, yeah, the fiber optic, you can discuss that, because that one's a little, but yeah. That was mostly it. And then the next conference was a Contract Cities, which we, all of us attended. It was pretty good. It's little sessions regarding our small committee, our small cities. And there was so much that we learned about giving back and what's it about, and how other cities get monies, what they're doing. And again, it goes back to, it's sad because we have such a small population, we don't get the monies. And so we have to keep fighting for local government and local protection within our cities, because if not, we get no monies, we get nothing. Our arena numbers, they still want us to do these extravagant numbers where we will not be able to match it because our land is all contaminated. Trying to do some programs for housing and homelessness, because they're finding out more homeless kids are teenagers that are, as soon as they turn 18, they're kicked out for the fostering program, and that's now a big thing. It's not so much the veterans, it's not so much the females or just males. It's literally young youth that are getting thrown out in the street the moment they turn 18. So there's other programs coming out that they want to, just to save and figure out programs for that. So that's mostly it, because I know we all went to those conferences. And then another thing, I'm excited about the Leaf Quartermania that's coming up. That's always exciting. Brendan, you attended your first Chamber of Commerce event in San Diego, and now you're here. So welcome. Hopefully you're liking it. Hopefully you're getting to feel like family here. So thank you so much for being here. Bill, happy birthday again.
Thank you.
And one thing also, today's the anniversary of one of our Whittier PD officers that was killed many years ago, Charles Morgan. He will never be forgotten in our city as long as the city is the way they are with Whittier PD. So in memory of Officer Charles Morgan. Thank you. And that's it.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez?
Thank you. Good evening. Also, I went to the AB 1234 conference, and as Juanita said, there was a lot of different topics. The agenda was filled, and so a lot of good stuff that we got to hear, and so that we can bring it back. But first, I wanted to say that on Friday of last week, I went to the library in the evening and watched the first Friday, the mariachis, right, Deborah, was amazing. If you haven't gone, you must go on the first Friday to the library and see what an amazing event our library puts on for us. And not only that, but they're so nice to give us some refreshments, lots of cookies and coffee, water, you name it, tea. It's a very nice event. I mean, you would think that you're in a concert. They even set up the library to make you feel so warm and welcome. And it was packed. So, but there's always a room to sit down. Staff, you do such a great job. I want to thank you for that. I was very impressed. But I always knew that, you do put on a good event. So I wanted to thank the library. And I want to thank my family/friends that come with me, which is my commissioner, Isabel Cervantes, never misses it. And she's always there to pick up our seniors when they need a ride, always there. Mary Arias, and our board member, Hilda Zamora, and of course, my hubby, Thomas. So it was a great event. Please go if you haven't been. At the workshops, the conferences, we talked about safety, which is, again, very important in all of our cities, and, regarding sidewalks and streets and painting the streets and making sure that everything is updated. Sometimes cities forget to update the streets, and accidents happen. Some places there needs to be a stop sign when there isn't. So if our residents see somewhere where you feel that it is unsafe, don't just think that you're the only one that's thinking that. A lot of our residents need to come forward and say something. Janice Hahn was in there. She talked about a floating taxi. She wants to build a, lift or a floating taxi where you could actually get onto a boat and go to the other side of the city. So I thought that was neat. She really has some great ideas that we really should take into consideration. We talked about mental illness, and it's really getting to the point where the granting, the funding is decreasing with our facilities that help these people that need help for mental illness. So we really have to take that into consideration and see where the money goes and see how we can help these agencies so that they can get more facilities to help more of our brothers and sisters out there. The homeless, we spoke about homeless, and they're not just old addicts. These people are young people that are out there, and it's sad to look and see when you really look in their face. I saw one crossing the street by Jack in the Box, and he looked and he said, "Hi, Councilmember Rodriguez." I said, "Oh my goodness, I would never have think that this guy knew my name." And he said, "I saw your picture up at the city hall. You look nice." And I said, "Well, thank you, but they're young, and it's sad to see people that, you look at them and you say, that could be my son, that could be my daughter. We really got to do something and help our brothers and sisters out there that need it. These people, some people lose their job and they end up homeless because they can't pay their rent, they can't pay their mortgage. So it could be one of us. But we got to look not at the way they look or the way they dress. We got to look at the person. It is a human being, and we got to be out there to help these people. So, and I want to go to that leaf on Quartermania. I love Quartermania. I just have to remember to save my quarters. I always have to bring a lot of quarters there. So Relay for Life, I'm looking forward to that. My mother had breast cancer, and we always have to get checked, so make sure that you get checked. I wanted to see if we can possibly get some signs. I've seen it in other cities, and maybe we have them in this city, but it says, this is where your tax monies are going when we have projects that we're working on. And I think it's good to let people see that this is where your tax money is going. We're fixing the streets. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's a good idea. I wanted to pay my respects and for our council up here to one of our residents that's no longer with us, Duke Ramirez. If his family is listening, I would like to say that, you know, we could go at any time. We don't know when our last day on earth is. So again, pay each other with respect and just be good to each other. Happy birthday, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
and that's it. Have a great evening. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Zamora.
Thank you, sir. I just want to start off by wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy 40th?
Close.
All right, cool. Happy 40th birthday. And, you know, just to echo what some of my colleagues have already said, it's, you know, you notice that there's a lot of individuals that, you know, take time out of their schedule to be at certain places to, whether you're supporting your business community, you're supporting your residents, or regionally, we're supporting everything as a whole. And or just that one individual who's calling you and looking for support, you know, looking for help or guidance, and you know, we do our part. So I also want to report out, Catalina, it's always an intense event. Right when you get off the boat, you go straight to sessions. And I mean, the person that we have who's overseeing us is Hector De La Torre. He was a former council member, mayor for the city of Southgate. Also, he was an assembly member too. And, you know, the way he does things is just, it's great to see because he's supported our causes. And I know that I've sat on the homeless committee for a number of years now. And when we had trouble with you know, when everybody was talking about why do we see so many young people, and I used to get in some arguments, you know, with the county, telling them it's because it's your guys' fault. Because technically when a child turns 18, they get kicked out of their home. They have 15 minutes to get their stuff if the parent wants, or the, you know, the person who's their care provider has their legal right to say, you're 18, you have to leave. And some of these kids have been held behind for maybe 1 to 2 years. So they don't realize that this is why you saw so many young kids, because the system failed them. And, you know, and so through the Gateway Cities, we have a person by the name of Gilbert Saldate. If you guys ever have questions when it comes to homeless, this man is amazing. We've been able to do our own thing. I don't know how much longer we'd be able to do it, but where we actually, you know, we fought the fight with Department of Children and Family Services, and it changed from 18 to 21 where they age out. We also pushed for mental health and drug addiction. I let them know that most of these individuals that have the drug addiction, it does coincide with mental health too at the same time. The county was trying to tell us, no, it doesn't. This is why we can't give funding here, but we're going to give it to only homelessness. And as you can see, we've already pumped in, what, $24 billion in the state of California in homelessness, and we have more homeless people. So go figure. So either the system is broken or somebody's lying. So when you look at all these features, Gilbert does something different where we just follow a different mold. They work with our city closely. They work with the Pacific Clinics. What is it? Whittier First Day, I think is our. And then we're actually SPA 7. And so it makes it easier just to get the help that we need. Law enforcement, they do a great job. And what people don't understand, our city was actually pumping in about an extra $1 million from our general fund into homelessness. And we were told that we were supposed to get paid back the fees. Our fire department, our police officers were getting nonstop calls. I think it almost came up to what, about $800,000 or something like that. And, you know, and these are just calls where it's the same person just lying on somebody's floor or wherever it may be. So we're trying to do something, things differently. And, when it comes to the gateway cities, and we're going to continue to do so. So these are things that what we talk about when it comes to our Catalina trip. We kind of let everybody know that stick to your guns. Together, collectively, we're stronger. Sometimes when we start, trying to sugarcoat things with whether our local representatives, sometimes some of them are not there to help us. I think the one local representative that, Senator Bob Archuleta, has been probably one of the only ones that have got us a good chunk and change. What was it, like 6.4, right? 6.4 million when it comes to our pool renovation. And so it's just, any time that we can all be on the same page, it actually helps us out, because if there is that divisiveness, it makes it very difficult to get the monies that we deserve. When it comes to fiber optics, they're looking to, we're considered phase 2, I believe, and they're looking to bring fiber optics into our region. So collectively, it's about 27 cities, and I think 11 areas that are unincorporated areas. So it's actually a big region, so it's $103 million. And of course, I know that we're going to push for it to also come into our city hall, also. And then we have the right-of-way eventually to not only help out our business community, because you're talking about 10 gigabytes. So it's not 1, 2, you're talking 10. So imagine our business force, how much more our business community can do with that amount of speed. So internationally, we have a lot of companies that are international. So it looks like hopefully once we have the right-of-way with that, where we become our own provider too, it makes it easier, and it gives us a chance to also make money from that. So that was Catalina. I could keep going about Catalina. There was other things that we did too, but I know Councilmember Martin touched on some of that. Contract cities, two of the things that really caught my eye, Annette and Councilmember Rodriguez touched on it, was she was talking about the safety. So they actually talked about Todd Rogers. He's a council member, former sheriff from the city of Lakewood, and they talked about how they collectively have their own policing, right? We have it with Whittier, of course, but they also talked about how they hired former officers that were in their area, and they hired them like as not public safety officers, but private officers, private security, to also be in the city. So it also gives us another means of actually having more boots on the ground. And for some of these individuals who retire from, Whittier PD, like Dominic Montoya, let them know. Jerry Ray, someone start calling people out. They can come back and do private security. And so if you guys want to look into the way they were, the way Lakewood and them we're talking about, I thought for us it would just add to it. So even though we have our officers, but it doesn't mix in with your PERS at all. So that was a great thing also. Yeah. The other thing that I did like was the social media. They showed how the different videos and the gentleman that spoke, I mean, it was easier to understand, him. I mean, and it just talks about the communication and how putting videos out there, per se, like it just makes it easier to educate people. So I'll give you a little example, like if we wanted to educate our community on the name change of Santa Fe High School, and we wanted to make sure that people got together, we can have people, I'm just throwing that out there, right? But, we can have people get together, and imagine you have somebody who pushes out information, and it makes it easier for us to get that info. And even with branding, I know we're doing that right now, but just the different factors there. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to report out on Catalina, on gateway cities and contract cities. Also, I got a call from Casey Rodriguez from Raising Cane's. She said there's a trash can. It's a city trash can, and you could tell it just doesn't reflect well on what it looks like when it comes to the Raising Cane's. So she wants to know if there's anything we can do that it's the same color of their Raising Cane's, or, you know, we get rid of it or do something different. It's already sprayed, you know, so somebody sprayed all over it. So of course, it was already like that. And so they sent me a picture, so I'll send it to Renee so he can send it to James and go from there. So I think I touched on everything else. And of course, you know, just, you know, Duke, I mean, we all knew Duke. I mean, I taught his kids at school, and you know, when you lose somebody that you know, and this is why, I mean, I do my best to try to make sure to get those individuals that struggle with addictions or mental health or anything else. I mean, I had a brother who lost his life, my nephew, and so I think that's why being in that field, it's just, the fight's different. I don't really talk about it. I just fight for it, and I do my part. And Department of Children and Family Services, now when they foster out, we're working on a pathway to home program for them, that now they can get foster care or foster living until about 24, 26 years old. So we're trying to make sure that money is put into those things. And I know as a city too, we're using the NTMA building, and we have a HUA. That's Nick's favorite word right there.
Yeah.
HUA. And what we do is they had something where they brought in individuals from Nayarit, and it was older individuals that were grandparents and parents, to help them the legal process for where they helped them get a visa for 10 years. And they got to be with their families for 3 weeks. And then now the hub system was here in Santa Fe Springs. Another thing we're looking at is veterans, to try help out with our veterans too. So we do things behind the scenes. We do things that, you know, just to help out. And, you know, we're not looking for accolades, but I do commend our city and our staff for always thinking about, you know, the best interests of our community and the council also. Bingo, September 18th. Santa Fe High School has the same time when it comes to talking about the name change. I'll be at Santa Fe High School. And also, Quartermania, September 26th. Those of you guys who are interested, Uber, just in case you drink, you know, it is a fun time. And of course, the proceeds go back to our kids in the classroom, our teachers in the. So other than that, Mr. Mayor, happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. Well, what can I say? We're pretty busy up here. We're attending a lot of events, going places, and it's always in the best interest of the city. All 5 of us have the same thing in common: what is best for City of Santa Fe Springs. First of all, I do have to report out that I was at Contract Cities. I'm not going to go over everything that was done there because it's already been said. I wasn't able to go to Catalina. You know, I just thank the council for their participation, their willingness, taken away from their families a lot of time to do this, but that's what we got elected for, to represent the city, the residents of Santa Fe Springs. Just thank you, everyone, for what you do for our city. And thank you for the birthday wishes. Don't forget, there's cupcakes in the back. And just remember, too, that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So as we transform from our Hawaiian attire, our casual attire, into business attire at the next meeting, you'll see a lot of pink war in the month of October. So, and I'm not sure, do the firefighters and police still wear pink patches, see? So and you'll see lights in the city. John, wait until you see the bridge and everything is going to be lit up in pink. So appreciate that. And lastly, as mentioned earlier, we did lose a longtime resident. Relatively speaking, he was too young to be taken away at this point in time. But Duke Rivera, I would like to close tonight's meeting in his memory. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and get home safe.